A scary time in high school sports. The final weeks of the winter sports season. It's almost playoff time. Basketball teams leapfrog one another in conference standings. The ladies cement their place among the best. Meanwhile, other sports already handing out their trophies. Jason, Freddie, and Michael Myers have nothing on this edition of High School Sports Final. Next.
From News Channel 8, this is High School Sports Final.
Gotta love the enthusiasm and energy about High School Sports Final. Hey there, and thanks for joining us for the show. I'm your host, Monica McNutt. Lots of scores and highlights to get to, so let's not waste any time. We'll get some ice time first. Montgomery County, a hotbed of hockey talent, including the #2 ice hockey team in the area, Winston Churchill. The Bulldogs only have one loss, and they are looking to avenge that loss to a team that ended their season last year, Wooten. To Rockville with this year's county championship on the line. Andrew Kepler and the Wooten Patriots taking on the second-ranked team in the area, Churchill, for the Montgomery County title. And Kepler and Nathan Collada faced a barrage against the Bulldogs. A penalty shot, Churchill's Trevor Dixon comes down, jukes and jives, but Kepler keeps the puck out. Well done by him. Wooten now making a little bit of noise. The Churchill defender would fall, and the puck is loose. Ethan Heiberger's shot will be stopped by Marcus Hurd, but Adam Kaplan puts in the rebound, and Patriots would score. Churchill kept the pressure on, though. Wooten all day. Andrew Kopanov puts a juicy rebound in and scores for Churchill. The Bulldogs take a 7-2 lead, and the Bulldogs go on to win 9-2, taking the Montgomery County ice hockey title, a trophy that the team declined to take, which is somewhat customary for hockey teams until they win the ultimate goal of state title.
It's always a big win. Montgomery Conference throughout history has tended to have more of the state champions, so it's always a hurdle to get over. Wooten were the state champions last year. They beat us in the playoffs, so it's always good to get some revenge. They're a good, fast team. It was a good game.
George Murison and Damari Smith checking out the game in this one. St. James, St. in maroon, and St. Andrews Lions in white. The Saints with the ball and the nice layup. They would score there. St. Andrews now pushing the ball. Tyler Stewart finding Jacob White for the hoop and the harm. He earns a trip to the line. Now the Lions come away with the steal here, and Austin Allen is off to the races, but St. James hustles back. Look at that defense getting the block. Scramble for the ball here. Austin Allen's going to come up with this one. Jacob White ends up getting a layup on the other end of this play. The Saints with the ball now, looking over the defense, knocking down the mid-range jumper. Survey the floor, see what your options are. Take the best one. Knock down the shot. St. James goes on to beat St. Andrews 64-49. It's that time in the show where we celebrate our Athlete of the Week, brought to you by our friends at Itility. This week we take a turn to track and field, the indoor version. Last week at the DCSAA Indoor Track and Field Championships, Aaron Monroe had a big night. The St. John senior competed in his normal 55-meter hurdles, which he won, and the high jump, which he also won, but it was the long jump, which he soared above the competition. On his first attempt, Monroe leaped 22 feet, passing everybody else. Hard to believe it was only Monroe's third jump of the year. Monroe may have to use some of that leaping ability when he'll play football at Penn State. So congrats to Aaron Monroe, our Itility Athlete of the Week. Lots of games and highlights to get to, and we're just getting started here on High School Sports Final. Up next, our game of the night. Two of the best in Virginia squaring off. Could Edison get some revenge against Wakefield? Plus, a highly celebrated Olympian in our area calls it a career, at least at the high school level. See if she goes out with a bang. And don't forget, for the latest scores and highlights of featured games, you can log on to hfsportsfinal.com. Edison and Wakefield. Now, they've had a fierce rivalry over the past couple of years. Coach Tony Bentley had the Warriors hanging banners in the gym, which he told us last month. He says they only want new banners to go in their new gym. But to get another banner, they have to beat the Eagles at their house. 1 month ago, Edison went into Wakefield without their full team and lost the battle to Wakefield by 18 points. Tybez Monroe and John Akaima and Drew Lakey all missed the game, but they were back for this matchup in this edition. And that gets us to our game of the night, a pivotal matchup between Wakefield and visiting Alexandria. All right, take two. Wakefield visiting Edison in Alexandria. Tybez Monroe keeping Edison in this game with the 3, pulls up and knocks it down, pulls Edison within 5. A good drive here by Dang Nial, who is going to find his teammate. The nice dish to Xavier Cooper for the tough lay-in. Then Dominique Tham, showing that he can handle the ball, spins, lays it off to Dang Nial, who skies for the layup. A play of the game, folks. Alan Treacle. Woo, look at that. Finding his teammate on the alley-oop. Nial, Wakefield pulls away and takes this one 64-46. All right, let's head over to West Springfield. Check out the Friday the 13th dance moves from the dance squad. Nice. Now to the moves on the court. Woodson, number 12, Cleo Elizabeth Robertson, attacking the rim and finishing. She would get an N1 there. For West Springfield, Mara Diana, she's going to finish in the paint as well. Rocking the Rip Hamilton mask. More WSHS Haley Blankenship cash from the top of the key. Woodson gets this one 56-29. More girls action, this time from Montgomery County. Whitman is undefeated and looking to keep that momentum going in the playoffs, taking on Richard Montgomery. The Whitman cheerleaders getting pumped up for Richard Montgomery. Now check out the ball movement. Allison Poffley goes baseline to Samantha Magliato for the jumper. Cash, the Rockets, not to be outdone though on the other end. The break, and Linda Key takes it through the lane, puts it up, puts it in. But Richard Montgomery was still down in Whitman's home gym. Whitman now with the steal and the outlet pass to Allison Poffley, and she'd finish the easy lay-in, and the Vikings stay undefeated 53-33, beating Richard Montgomery. The boys' side of the doubleheader, the Whitman Vikings in white host the Richard Montgomery Rockets in black, and the Vikings pushing the ball, passing it around. Justin Kay comes down the lane for the layup. Whitman again with the ball here. Atan Casey, finds a cutting George Wilson for 2. Richard Montgomery on offense, they passed it around to Nick Jackson, who would knock down the 3. Richard Montgomery goes on to beat Whitman on the boys' side 56-44. She's been all around the world, but last Saturday was a bittersweet night for Olympic swimmer Katie Ledecky. Saturday, the Montgomery County teenager took part in her final swim events of her high school career, the 2015 Washington Metropolitan Interscholastic Swimming and Diving Championships. Lots of races, lots of swimmers, but all eyes were on Katie. Our Roz Plater braved the crowds at the Germantown Indoor Swim Center.
It was the last high school swim meet for the Stone Ridge senior. Her last race, the 400-yard freestyle relay. Katie Ledecky says she finished with a mixture of joy and sadness.
I didn't shed any tears or anything, but it was definitely a pretty bittersweet moment, and I just wanted to enjoy that last relay.
There was standing room only at the Germantown Swim Center. Classmates, parents, other swimmers, people who have watched her compete for years, cheered on their hometown girl.
I've been watching Katie for a long time, and every time you watch her, you're just amazed with the power of her stroke, her turns, and how far ahead of everyone else she is.
When you look at a kid that has that kind of tenacity and the cool, it's just great. It's great to watch.
Katie's just down to earth and just so good to the people she swims with.
Ledecky swam several races competing against her own records. At 17, already with an Olympic gold medal under her belt, she starts a new chapter, looking back ever so fondly.
I've just had great support with my school, and academically and socially and athletically, I've had the best 4 years of high school I could ask for.
As for what comes next, graduation in the next couple of months, she says she has not decided whether or not to defer going to Stanford for a year. She is prepping for World Games, and you've got to think there's probably an Olympics or two in her future. In Boyd's, Maryland, I'm Roz Plater, News Channel 8.
Yeah, some Olympics makes good sense for Katie. Congratulations to her on an outstanding high school career. All right, so more to come on High School Sports Final. We've got tons of highlights. We're taking you around. We've got to talk our plays of the week and lots of other good stuff. And you have a chance to show us who has the most energetic and spirited high school. Log on to WJLA.com/spirit and tell us why your school is the best. The IAC Hockey Championship, St. Albans taking on Landon, and the Bear Faithful representing Rockville. It was a hard-hitting game, no love lost between these two teams. St. Albans trying to exact revenge after losing both regular season games to Landon. In the third period, the Bulldogs turn it over in their zone, and the puck skips over to Jacob Ruttenberg, who shoots it, but it's deflected by Michael Sriracha, beating the goalie Ethan Rock top shelf. Landon takes the lead. In the final seconds, St. Albans pulls their goalie, but it's too late. The buzzer goes off and the celebration begins. Landon, your 2014-2015 IAC champions, beating St. Albans 4-2. Landon moves on to play Spalding next Tuesday in College Park.
It feels absolutely wonderful. The kids worked really hard all year for this. I've coached this team for a long time. I've been part of Landon hockey for a long time. And this is the nicest group of kids that really came together at the right time.
All right, some basketball action. Chuck, we're going to go to Flowers, where they were hosting Northwestern. Northwestern, who was hosting Flowers. You saw the cheerleaders there, and then we've got a nice play coming up. Trent Watson gets the lay-in to go for him. Then there's a little bit of a scramble for the ball. Jared Warwick with the miss, but Sanquan Jamison, right place, right time, he tips it in. Senior point guard Michael White, a couple of steps, and the long three ball. It's good. The Jaguars on the other end, though, ball movement. Elliott Brown, quick pass to Jawan Wayne. He finishes the play. Northwestern takes that one. In Bethesda tonight, BCC Barons hosting Churchill Bulldogs. BCC with good ball movement as well. Livio Caputo gets open for the easy lay-in. Churchill's Nathan Gertier gets the block, and Michael Schultz is on a one-man break as he goes coast to coast and gets the lay-in. Barons again now. The ball. Yannick Alexis is in the post. Nice up and under. He's able to score in the paint. Churchill wins this one 67-50. Flint Hill and Murray. Flint Hill's head coach there looking on. Murray's Xavier Hardison is going to be stripped by Flint Hill's Austin Jones, who goes to the other end and scores the layup. Austin Vereen now for Murray, rocking number 0. He goes inside, hoop, and the harm, going to the free throw line. 0 is his number, but that would not stand for his stats at all. Pull up Jay here, knocking that one down, Vereen. And then it was the big man, Luca Garza, with the up and under, using the rim and the body, cashing in. But Flint Hill would answer the 3 in transition. More Vereen, though, from Murray. Little funky scoop shot here. Woo, doop. There you go. But Murray takes this one 65-41. All right, sorry we just showed BCC beating Churchill. BCC beat Churchill 67-50. Still more as we wrap up this edition of High School Sports Final. Lots of dunks, dives, goals, blocks. This edition of Plays of the Week is right after the break. Remember, you can go to our Facebook page at High School Sports Final to select your choice for Play of the Week. Play the game over in the Wakefield and Edison matchup. I think this one's fantastic. Dang Nial skying the alley-oop from Alan Treacle, and Wakefield won 64-46. Good luck. From the St. James and St. Andrews game, St. Andrews Austin Allen getting the steal off to the races, but the defense, gotta get some defense in the top place. An incredible block there by the defender. That's a good choice too. All right, and then we've got some hockey for you to choose from. The third play of the week, the Bulldogs turn it over in their end zone, and the puck skips over. Landon Jacobs-Ruttenberg would score off the deflected shot. Michael Sriracha, that is, scored, beating the goalie, Ethan Roth, top shelf. Lots of diversity in our plays of the week. All right, over to Lee High School in Virginia we shall go. A pass over to the corner, Megan Hendrick from Edison knocks down the three in the corner, the Ray Allen shot. Inside it goes again to Hendrick. This time she passes it out, same corner. Raven Moses this time getting in on the action. Lancers, Tassira Kelly spins up and pulls up for the nice J. Marshall and Lee, the Lancers' crisp passes led to a 3-ball by Brandon Joyner. There it is. Boom. Lee trying to press a little bit, but Marshall breaks it. John Bennett down low to Jordan James. And that's a basket. Using that size, taking advantage of the gifts you've been given. All right, off the miss. And Lee on the run. As the quarter was winding down, R.J. Barney leads the break and finds Justin Phillips for the lay-in. Lee takes this one 65-56. All right, we picked this one up in the fourth quarter. Crazy play here as the ball gets stolen by Walter Johnson, and then it's stolen by Blair's Max Burke, who takes it in for two. All right, the ball is essential to scoring. Walter Johnson trying to get close, and Paul Green penetrating, finding Alex Harem. Penetrating kick, three is good. Blair wins this one 50-27. It's senior night at W.T. Woodson. Eric Bowles of Woodson walking with his little Valentine to celebrate the night. Bowles starts this one off casually, takes a few dribbles, steps up, bloop, knocking down the three. Nice tray. The crowd loves it. All right, here he is again, throwing them bows, throwing a dime this time, down court to his teammate who takes it up and gets the and one. West Springfield, though, in transition. Not quite, but that's what teammates are for. West Springfield would recover. Riley Welch would still score on the play. West Springfield gets this one, 73-59. Andrew Kepler and the Wooten Patriots taking on the second-ranked team in the area, Churchill, for the Montgomery County title. And Kepler and Nathan Collada faced a barrage against the Bulldogs. A penalty shot. Churchill's Trevor Dixon comes down, jukes and jives, but Kepler keeps the puck out. Wooten will make a little bit of noise, though. They wouldn't go away quietly. Churchill defender would fall down and lose the puck. Ethan Heiberger's shot is stopped by Marcus Hurd, but Adam Kaplan puts in the rebound. The Patriots score on the play. Churchill kept the pressure on Wooten all day long, though. Andrew Kuparov puts in a juicy rebound for the score. For Churchill, the Bulldogs take a 7-2 lead, and the Bulldogs go on to win 9-2, taking the Montgomery County Ice Hockey title, a trophy that the team didn't take, which is common for hockey teams to do until they win the ultimate goal, which is a state title. All right, and congrats to Churchill with their county title, and don't forget about Landon as well. That's all for this edition of High School Sports Final. Don't forget, you can catch every single highlight and story that you saw tonight on our webpage, hssportsfinal.com. Plus updates on game during the week. Like us on Facebook and vote for your play of the week. For all the cast and crew behind the scenes, bringing you the highlights and the games, I'm Monica McNutt. See you again next week.